We're getting close to tip-off of Game 1 of our doubleheader. Let's check in with our friends in Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan, the Big D, Motown, here in the Motor City. The Pistons firing on all cylinders. What a season they are having. They are in love with Cade Cunningham. Welcome, everybody. The NBA on Prime. We've got a good one coming your way. Here on a Thursday evening, it's going to be the Philadelphia 76ers taking on MVP candidate Cade Cunningham and the first place Detroit Pistons. We talk about first place as we look at the standings. Detroit's been in first place from soup to nuts ever since October, playing phenomenal basketball. On the other end of the spectrum, how about the Philadelphia 76ers? They're in an 8th spot, but they're hanging on like a cat on a screen door. They don't want to fall too much further down than that. So glad you found us, everybody. With my partner, Brent Barry, I am Eric Collins, and let's talk about what's happening in the NBA right now. The part of the season everyone loves. Final 20 games, it's nitty-gritty.
Yeah, super exciting. Obviously, teams vying for position. Still cat on screen door?
Yeah,
really? All right,
like a cat on the screen door.
Let's go. Let's scratch that itch tonight with the Detroit Pistons and trying to find their way, Eric, back to their defensive identity. Lost in the 4-game losing streak they had. Stuart Thompson not part of those games, obviously dealing with the ankle injury, but what is this team about? Steals, deflections, and blocks, and what it does, it ignites that fast break. Here you see Jalen Duren on the block. The Pistons out and running, so much more effective playing in the first 7 or 8 seconds of the shot clock, staying spread, staying random, knocking down shots. The last one, Cade Cunningham tracking here. Great block, great timing. And again, out on the break. Number 3 in the league in transition points. Thompson takes care of the business here. Detroit trying to get back to those ways. They gave Brooklyn a handful as a revenge game in their last one, and tonight they're all business.
Star power, when you think about the Pistons, they've got 2 All-Stars. There's one, Jalen Duren. You also got Cade Cunningham, All-Star 2 times over. And then Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart, one of the best defensive players in the Eastern Conference. He can do a bit of everything for J.B. Bickerstaff. All right, time to switch gears now and talk about the visitors from Philadelphia. For that, let's send it over to Christina Pink.
Well, hey, Eric, the Sixers have not had any continuity this season. Tonight is no different. Just a laundry list of injuries, and 4 of their top 5 scorers are all on the shelf tonight, and maybe for the foreseeable future. Joel Embiid is out. Tyrese Maxey is out. Paul George still serving that 25-game suspension, and Kelly Oubre suffered an elbow injury in their last game. Now, Maxey is traveling with the team. He was in good spirits at shoot-around this morning, but that puts a lot of pressure on their rookie, VJ Edgecombe, who told me, I have the same focus going into tonight's game, but I know that I have to come into this one being a lot more aggressive. He said, all of my teammates are prepared, and we know tonight everybody's got to step up. Eric?
Yes, they do. Christina, thank you so much. Let's talk a little bit about VJ Edgecombe, Quentin Grimes. Those guys do have talent, but it's going to be hard tonight against Cade Cunningham.
Well, that's the whole thing. You have this team riddled with injury. I actually saw their team bus pull in. It was white, and it had a red cross on it. So for them tonight, they're going to ask these young guys, VJ Edgecombe, the rookie, and Grimes, a guy who's capable of scoring. Look, it's green light for them. They've got to stay ultra aggressive. They got to try and make some things happen. Maybe Nick Nurse is going to muck it up with some zone defenses. Detroit is not a great 3-point shooting team. And who knows, maybe we'll see an old point guard get some minutes tonight for Philly.
Oh, maybe some Kyle Lowry. Wouldn't that be something? Well, let's talk about the point guard of right now for Detroit. Cade Cunningham's pretty good.
Well, Cade Cunningham's been unbelievable this year, taking steps, not only in terms of statistically what he's doing. I love what he's been doing on defense, but the fact of the matter is, he's one of the most improved players in the league after what he did last year. And we're going to go back to Candace Parker in the studio because I think she's trying to start an East-West rap battle with her comparison about what Cade Cunningham has been doing on the floor.
You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on Prime.
Here we go.
That's a man's check. Scorching hot. Cha-ching. You're watching NBA on Prime. presented by Wingstop. Getting ready for basketball here in Detroit, Michigan. Little Caesars Arena, downtown Detroit, revitalized. And how about this Detroit Pistons team being revitalized? Last year, 6th best record in the Eastern Conference. This year, the very best record in the Eastern Conference. Let's take a look at the starting fives for both sides. These are presented by Walt Disney World. 76ers, a bit of a mash unit. They've got a bunch of guys not active tonight, but they do have a guy they love. PJ Edgecombe, the rookie from Baylor, doing good things. Quentin Grimes can shoot it. Justin Edwards, Trendon Watford, and Dominic Barlow rounding out the five.
Well, it's a small ball world after all, if we're doing the Disney starting line. I mean, what are you going to do tonight for Philly? Obviously, Detroit's points in the paint, they are one of the best in the league. Number 2, how are they going to muscle up against the Pistons?
Pistons, a strong bunch with Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, both All-Stars this year. Saxler getting the start with Asar Thompson out, Robinson and Harris rounding out the 5. There is J.B. Bickerstaff, maybe the leader in the clubhouse right now. Coach of the year. He has done a fantastic job. But this has been choppy waters as of late. They had a 4-game losing streak before winning a couple of days ago in a game at Brooklyn. He'll be matching wits with Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse has been there and won that. Former champion while he was with the Toronto Raptors, also former coach of the year also with the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, also appropriately named for this team and what they've been calling the last 2 years.
Jalen Duren flying high, and this is bust out 4th NBA season. He'll jump center alongside Dominic Barlow. Doing the tossing will not be our lead official. Interesting. All right. It's going to be Nick Buchert throwing it up. Tony Brothers is the lead official, but it's going to be Buchert throwing the ball up in the air to get us started.
One thing I like, Derek, after the 4-game losing streak, Detroit goes to Brooklyn, the team that had beaten them after a 23-point lead was built in the 3rd quarter. They were all business against Brooklyn. They took it to them, and Jalen Duren